Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please remember to take what resonates and toss the rest. Okay. Let's see what's going on for my Pisces. You're looking at something from a different perspective. Okay? So, you got the Four of Cups here. I feel like you're not seeing something just yet, but it's on its way to you. Six of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. You're changing your perspective on something, and that is bringing a Tower, because you're choosing to move on to your destiny instead of waiting for something to materialize. That maybe you were looking at upside down. Maybe the upside down is becoming right side up. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. So whoever waited on this Ten of Pentacles, they got betrayed by it. So something's being brought down. And it's some sort of financial power. It's going to take time. So if you were waiting on something, it's going to take time. I'd say about 3 months. Most recent past is the Emperor. Maybe taking matters into your own hands. So somebody sold out. But that's being taken away from them now because it wasn't real, it was toxic. It was devil energy. It was a chain. Something that chained them to a Ten of Pentacles. That's a prison of your own making now. I don't care how anybody looks at it. Even if you got all the money in the world, you got no freedom. I guess it's a trade-off. I don't know. I think I take the money and my freedom. Yeah. This is in reverse in the immediate future for you. That's how it came out. Somebody's watching you from the shadows because you're not destroyed. They wanted to destroy you, did they? I'm really tired of these people that think that they rule everything, including, especially Pisces, because you can't control the Pisces. Not with money. Not with anything. They don't see the world like that. They see the world as an expanded collective and a very, most of us anyway. I'm not to say all Pisces are created equal, because that's not true. But in most cases we see things in a very childlike wonderment way. So even if you do take things away from us, we'll just go out and rebuild it. It's you can't control it. I don't care who you are. Can't control that vibration of childlike wonderment. Just, yeah. You saw something from a different perspective. It brought a tower for someone. If not you, then this tower is for someone else. Because you decided to hang upside down, look at it from a different perspective. And Eight of Cups it. Leave it behind. You're leaving this person behind. This is the factor affecting the situation. Six of Swords to the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. I mean, you just left it behind. Now this person's experiencing a tower because you're not over, because you're not destroyed by their betrayal. I know I got time. We got no time for that right now. We have to find the sun. Let the sun shine in. And that is what is being shown to these people, whoever they are who tried to destroy you. The Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Temperance energy, and the Three of Swords. They're upset because you're balancing out your energy and you left them behind. King of Pentacles. Could be a Sagittarius, could be a Leo, Aries, got all three, and Scorpio. This person did not see your worth. And now they're experiencing a tower because I think the proof's in the pudding and it's speaking for itself. So they're very hurt about that. They wrote their own ticket, whoever this is. They thought whatever foolishness and games and they were playing here was going to completely destroy you, Darth Vader. And understand that you are the end to the means, or the means to an end, or whatever the case may be. You're the 12th sign, so you're all about the endings, but you are about the new beginnings. And it's okay if some things end to you, because especially if they're toxic, especially if they're betrayals, you have no problem walking away from somebody who's going to betray you, somebody who's trying to control you or betray you. Most of you have no problem walking away from that and starting all over again. I know I had to several times. So, hopes and fears here is wish fulfillment of receiving a message and closing a chapter. Now, whoever that's for, congratulations. You're closing down some kind of cycle that was supposed to be closed probably a long time ago. What is the final outcome here? Now, if you're the Pisces experiencing a tower, you really need to ask yourself why you're going through towers. If you've got the wisdom to seek it out, you'll find the answer. Promise you. So now you get to choose on what comes in. You get the choice of your lovely bunch of coconuts dropping from the sky into your lap. Your ships are coming in. But there is a choice here. A choice to stand on your own, or a choice to do it with somebody else. I mean, whatever you choose, it won't be a wrong choice. I don't feel like there's the two of wands on the bottom too. So I don't feel like there's a wrong choice for you at all. There was a wrong choice here. Somebody did not see the blessing that you was, and their whole life's falling apart because of it. And they're like wondering why your life isn't falling apart. They were lied to. Seven of Swords. Probably believed their own lie. Lied to by a fool. Aries energy. Justice is happening. And whatever side of the spectrum you're on here, you know, whoever the liar is, whoever the person trying to get away with this fortune without having to do the work, which, trust me, even some of my Pisces, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I don't want to have to do the work. I want everybody to do the work for me. And I've heard that on more than one occasion. That isn't how this works. You have to do the work, or nothing happens. And then, if you don't, your shadow will catch up to you and creep up from behind and rock your world. And either way, that's justice. 8-8 Lionsgate. Wishes will be granted. So what you want for another is what you receive, because it is an aspect of you. Now, those of you on the higher timeline or higher vibration understand that, and you're not out there trying to hurt people for money. Whoever this person is, that's what they wanted. Where's my stuff? I don't care about any of that shadow work or any about having to deal with my own truth and I'm going to sneak away, and I want your stuff and my stuff too. Yeah. How's that working out for you, Skippy? Just saying. You get what you give. And the proof's in the pudding. So, it is what it is. You have to shoulder the burden of taking that brand new step, regardless of evening things out, of evening out karma. So, like, say you do somebody wrong. All right, I'm going to give you an example on a personal level. That maybe you took advantage of somebody's kindness, or, maybe took advantage of someone in some way. All right? And you had to pay for that. You ended up homeless for 4 months because you put your life in their hands and you trusted them instead of trusting yourself. Instead of going through the dark night yourself, you tried to pin that on somebody else and blame somebody else for all your problems when you were the source of them to start with. You end up in a homeless shelter and having to look at that mirror in a very, very truthful way and come to terms with it and build from there, from nothing and no one. Then you build it, and other people do that to you. Well, you don't have to do anything to them because you already know that you paid for your karma. And you know they will too. You know that it's coming. May take a little time, but hang in there. You got this. Justice over an illusion. A karmic relationship for an empress. It feels like this person was supposed to be your divine counterpart, or they were supposed to lead with you. But they fell for some sort of illusion with this karmic energy, with this lovers, this outside influence on these two power dynamics. Therefore, getting lost in the sauce, and now having to pay for that karma because they believed the lies. So now the Empress is leaving them out in the cold. We ain't got no time to wait 7 more years. I'm sorry, I don't have time to wait 7 more years for your ass to level up to a consciousness that is equal to mine, because I understand that what I want for you is what I get in return, and you didn't understand that. Yeah. But I was so confused. You should have figured it out, homie. Confused by the swang. What's new? I'm sorry. What? Get your head out your pants and think of things in a rational manner, and understand that what you do to somebody else is what you're going to get back. You shouldn't have done it to start with. You don't understand why your whole world's falling apart? And why certain Pisceans aren't falling apart. And if they are falling apart, they have to ask themselves why. Lots of truths coming out. Especially about these groups who are a bunch of haters. Truth's coming out about them. 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Yeah, it's coming out. This person, and I got this in general reading, wanted you to get in the mud with all these other people. You simply left it behind and balanced out your energy, balanced out your pain, balanced out your own karma, and stood in your truth. And that's what's being revealed here. It doesn't matter where you're at on the spectrum of ascension. Your authenticity is what truly matters. They want to destroy your 4 of Wands, Pisces. Full moon in Aquarius. You are getting the attention of a lot of people because of your star energy and your 4 of Wands, your stability. All these people wanted to make it look like you weren't stable, you weren't anything like you said you was. Like I said, maybe it's somebody you did wrong in the past, but you paid for it already. Maybe they don't feel like you paid for it, but maybe they weren't paying attention. You definitely paid for it. And if you haven't yet, then you're on the other spectrum of this. Paying for something you did to somebody else. Five of Pentacles. Somebody's marriage is falling apart. Because this cycle's got to close. This foolishness has got to close. Somebody's home, marriage, all of that is falling apart because they tried to destroy yours. Could be some sort of relationship, like I said, Emperor, Empress energy. But I was confused and I wanted to go and play in the mud with all these other energies. You know, you play in the mud, you go get dirty. I only gave you that example because I've been through it, guys. You know? Anytime. I have never been let off the hook for anything I've ever done to anybody else. I may not have paid for it in their eyes because they didn't see it or they didn't pay attention to it, or it wasn't enough. They wanted to see me die for it. But I paid for it. And so shall you reap. Every single time. I've never gotten let off the hook with karma, not once. And neither will they. For playing with your 10 of Cups. Somebody's coming towards you, Pisces. Looks like they find you very attractive. Wish fulfillment. Could be a Leo. Somebody's coming towards you. This Lion's Gate is something significant is happening. I think it's going to surprise even you. I don't think you'll be reactive to it, though. I'm getting a very non-reactive energy. Very hanged man. Non-reactive. I'm in my zone. Even if the towers come down, I know what I did, what I didn't do. Type energy. Like I said, acceptance of and taking accountability of your actions. So if something must come down, there must be a reason why. I think you're going to be surprised at this energy coming in, though. 8 of Pentacles to the Judgment card. You're going to be surprised at some sort of communication that's coming towards you. Could be a Sag, could be another Pisces, could be a Scorpio. Yeah, abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you. Eight of Wands to the Magician. You manifested something here. Through your balance, through your temperance energy. Like I said, paying your dues, taking accountability for what you've done, and balancing all that out. Nobody escapes karma. But you can also make that work for you, you know, even if everything comes down. You can make that work for you with some sort of brand new beginning from it. Living, breathing example right here. Virgo, Gemini energy, 10 of Cups. So, what is this truth that's about to be exposed about the temperance energy? And the pain that they probably endured more than they needed to, even paying their karma. Yeah, the healing. The transformation. Wow. To standing on your own 2 feet. Taking accountability for your own actions. Telling your story. It's all about the story. Your transformation from the 3 of Swords to the Star energy is going to be monumental during this eclipse. Death to rebirth, basically. In your own energy, in your own likeness, and in your work. 8 of Pentacles. Moving towards the 10 of Pentacles. You're working on it, Pisces. Some of you are working on it, some of you aren't. Some of you are still concentrating on the 2 of Cups that's been lost. I don't recommend you stay there for very long. If you're there at all, I recommend you move into new energy. Healing what hurts you. And not touching the wound over and over again and not letting it heal. Like I said, I've been through it. And you're working on it, you know. This could be some sort of addiction or some sort of, like I said, lower astral energy that you're putting to rest. You're putting it to bed. This could be your own business. The Star, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Devil. Let's see what's behind there. Oh, 9 of Pentacles again. I do believe something's going to allow you to take a break here, Pisces. I feel like you've been working yourself to the bone. 8 of Pentacles keeps coming out. But something's going to allow you to take a break here. What is this 9 of Pentacles, or 9 of Cups about in the hopes and fears? Somebody's betraying themselves with their truth. The truth is being seen. And like I said, what you want from another. 9 of Cups is what you receive. And what you resist persists. So this is the end all be all for somebody when it comes to betraying you for money. They betrayed their own 2 of Cups, their own match for money, which was the truth. I just want to throw that one away. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Somebody's trying to apologize. They're trying to come clean. Get you to collaborate with them. Your ships are coming in regardless. You chose something else. And that's already kind of written in stone at this point. With the 9 of Pentacles keeps coming out. And the Page of Pentacles. It's like, okay. So say you got your own business. And you're making pretty decent money. And somebody comes and offers you $1 to collaborate with them. Your integrity says, yeah. I've already got 9 Pentacles here. I don't need your apology. I need you to step up and act right. 9 of Wands. And if you can't do that, this chapter's over. Because I already did my shadow work. I already did the having to pay for every last little thing that I ever did to anybody else. That's over. It's over. Whoever this person is, they married to it. But they're leaving that person out in the cold and coming towards you. Because they married it. Their whole life is being destroyed. Yeah. They don't get the money. Whatever money they took. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They're watching you win and they ain't gonna get no piece of it. They don't get nothing. You took the 9 of Pentacles over the 10. Over this 5 of Cups. Over being depressed and upset and grieving. You won over that. So whoever chose to betray you for money betrayed their own truth because of money. Or, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I want my stuff. I don't want to have to do the shadow work. They're the ones that are losing out here. And they lost out on their own blessing. King of Pentacles. By, I don't feel like, I feel like this person you already have blocked any kind of communication with. And now they're stuck with their choice, which is falling apart. Scorpio energy again. Chariot. King of Wands. This person wants to come in and make it alright now. Let me make it alright now. I think Pisces has already left the building, honey. Because the proof's in the pudding. Whoever you are, I do feel like I explained to you, you've already paid that price. Now it's their turn. Because they kept coming for you. 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups. They kept coming for you over and over and over again. Because of some sort of money situation. And now it's all got to come down. Some concern here, absolutely, for this false person who got or sent a message about a privileged lady who's sick. Bad health, bad mental health. This is one of those people, where's my stuff? I don't want to do the shadow work. Yeah, well, it's not going to work out too well for them. In fact, it's going to be quite toxic because they're not facing it. They're running from it. 188. They're running from their shadow. It's gonna cost them. Looks like their mental health, their well-being. Like I said, you've got to do the work, and you do pay for everything you do wrong to another person. I am a real live breathing example about that. Heartbreak in reverse. Engagement upright. So this person, I don't know what's going on here, Pisces, but it looks like this person is leaving a marriage and coming towards you to avoid a tower, to keep you from being single. They can no longer see you. They can no longer converse with you in some way, shape, or form because they've been cut off. You could have this person on block for very good reason. For very good reason. But there isn't something new coming towards you. I think that's going to shock even you. It's going to be, and it's not telling me. It keeps going back to the same thing, where what you send out is what you get back, and it keeps repeating that over and over again. I guess it's to ingrain it in those Piscean energies that don't want to understand that, because we're all Pisces in one way or another. I mean, it's the 12th sign. We've been all 12 signs. Let's get you a Shadows and Light card for your advice, and that'll be your reading. Ooh. Time to clean house. Looks like I am Kali. So we have the Mildew Fairy and I am Kali. So there's definitely some sort of, from death comes rebirth. But somebody needs to clean up their life first. Have to live out there. You have to live out the things that you want for other people. If you're sitting there bedrotten and not doing anything and not cleaning your house and not doing anything, take care of your children, and because you're too concentrated on what somebody else is doing and where your stuff is at, then you're making your own bed and you're going to have to lay in it. That's just being for real. And those of you who have been with me a long time, and you guys understand that. You guys understand that you got to clean up your own messes. That you can't count on somebody else to clean up your mess. You made the mess. And this is what a lot of people are coming into that realization of. And it's, some people are not going to make it because they're too busy blaming everybody else. But from death comes rebirth, and if you allow something to go that needs to go, it's not a matter of wanting, it's a matter of needing it to go. It needs to go. That includes addictions, obsessions, things that are very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. Being obsessed with too much work or not enough play. I don't know how that feels. You've got to balance it out, Pisces, with the temperance energy. It has to be balanced out, or it's gonna hurt, bite you in the boo-boo. Alright? It says cleanup time. It says some things just look like they're yuck. Yuck. But they're not. They're very good things. And they can be powerful and helpful when used in the right way. So if the Mildew Fairy turns up in your reading, it's time to check out what would be profoundly useful for you, which you've dimmed They're dimmed. Dismissed, which you have dismissed. And this could be an aspect of yourself or any aspect of the environment you're in. It's very important to not to try to hide yourself or to cover it up. The health of the situation rests upon the degree of openness you approach it with. She speaks, says, "It always shocks me when people think something shouldn't be there, like me. I grow naturally where it's warm and wet, and I love to show you what you may need to take care of. I can do wonderful things. I can be medicine and I can be a parasite too. But all the same, I'm showing you what's going on, what you need to change, and whether your conditions are a little too steamy for you. Ooh. If they are, you can freshen up your environment naturally. Don't clean or use harsh chemicals or bleaches, as you'll kill all that is helpful and good. You see, I turn up when something is unhealthy, and you just aren't noticing or getting it. So be thankful for my presence, and build a little algae or fungus pond in my honor. Or treat yourself to some tasty mushrooms. There are all healthy ways to honor me. I take moringa every day, so that's a very healthy. I think that's a mushroom. There's a lot of mushrooms out there that very healthy for you. Lion's mane, reishi, just giving you some hints. So be thankful of my presence and build a little algae or fungi pond in my honor, or treat yourself to some tasty mushrooms. They're all healthy ways to honor me. And do not step thoughtlessly into that fairy ring. It's all about me being in the right place. Don't ignore me. Right now, something really does need to be cleaned healthfully before it begins to affect you. The divination message here is: think of ways to decrease stagnant moisture, stuck emotions, and increase airflow, fresh thinking in your home and environment. When the mildew fairy comes to pay a visit, it's likely that things are a little stagnant, a little over emotional, and that fresh, new air and thoughts need to be brought in to clear the situation up. She can even mean a fresh way of thinking or a fresh point of view or release of emotions that could be pooling in one area. Her appearance never means covering up. It means working with the environment you find yourself within, like the mildew fairy said. A little of her can be medicine, and a good deal of her can be maddening. Where she turns up will tell you lots about what needs a fresh new approach in your life. And if she is inside, lurking in cupboards or in a bathroom instead of decorating pebbles by a pond, you know that the presence of unhealthful energy needs to be addressed, not rationalized or excused, and never ignored. Wow. So like I said, somebody just wants their stuff. They want to ignore having to clean up the mess they made. I don't recommend that, because that that becomes a real problem if you don't address the issue that is right there in front of you. And I could speak from experience on that one. Alright? Well, those are your messages, my darlings. Please remember to press the like button, subscribe, and share. Baby sharks. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.